Most people live their entire lives chasing the idea of someday. Someday I'll start. Someday I'll change. Someday I'll be ready. But the truth is, someday never comes. The only day that matters is right now. The version of you that you dream of becoming in 2026 isn't waiting on luck, timing, or opportunity. That version of you is waiting on one decision. The decision to stop being average today. To stop giving half effort today. To stop negotiating with your excuses today. Because your future self isn't built by wishes. It's built by what you do in the dark when no one is watching. When quitting looks easier than continuing. You want to unlock your potential in 2026. Then you have to understand something. Your potential doesn't reveal itself when life feels good. It reveals itself when everything inside you wants to stop. Every rep, every hour, every failure you push through. That's the currency you pay to meet the person you're meant to become. Your future self isn't impressed by your words, your dreams, or your motivation posts. Your future self respects only discipline, consistency, and pain endured in silence. Right now, you're carrying two versions of yourself. The one you are and the one you're capable of becoming. The one you are is comfortable. It loves excuses, distractions, and the illusion of progress. The one you're capable of becoming is dangerous. It thrives in discomfort. It hunts down the truth. It doesn't care how you feel. It only cares what you do. Between those two versions is the battle for your life. And the sad reality is, most people lose that battle every single day because they never look in the mirror long enough to admit the truth. They're soft. They're scared. They've convinced themselves that comfort is success. But the future doesn't care about your comfort. It doesn't care about how tired you are, how busy you are, or how unfair life has been. The future rewards only those who show up broken, drained, and still refuse to stop. The world doesn't owe you a single thing, but you owe yourself everything. The pain, the sacrifice, the commitment to push beyond what's comfortable. Because when 2026 comes, it won't bring magic. It will simply reveal what you've built. And if you've been lazy, you'll face the weight of your own regret. But if you've been relentless, you'll meet a version of yourself that you can finally respect. This isn't about motivation. Motivation fades. It's about obsession. You have to become obsessed with your own evolution. Every day, every choice, every small decision must be aimed at one target. To become the person your future self would be proud of. That means waking up when you don't want to, studying when you'd rather scroll, training when your body screams to rest, pushing when your mind says stop. Every one of those moments adds a brick to your foundation. The pain you're avoiding today will become the weakness that destroys you tomorrow. So when you think about 2026, don't ask, what will the year bring me? Ask, what will I bring to the year? Because the world will test you, not to break you, but to see if you've built yourself strong enough to stand. You can talk about goals, dreams, and visions all you want, but until you take action in the trenches of pain, none of it matters. This is where your potential begins. In the discomfort, in the discipline, in the days where nobody claps for you. That's where the real you is born. The future doesn't belong to the one who waits. It belongs to the one who builds. Every single day you waste on hesitation, fear, or doubt, your future self pays the price. You can't cheat the grind. You can't trick your way into success. You can't speak greatness into existence while living like a coward in your habits. The truth is simple. If you want to unlock your potential in 2026, you have to earn it every single day. Look around. The world is full of people talking about change, but very few doing the work. Everybody wants the result, but nobody wants the repetition. Everybody wants to rise, but nobody wants to sacrifice sleep, comfort, or ease. But your future self doesn't need a talker. It needs a warrior. It needs someone willing to do what others won't, to endure what others avoid, to live with a standard so high it makes average people uncomfortable. You see, potential isn't hidden somewhere waiting for you to find it. It's created when you refuse to quit. It's shaped by consistency, forged by adversity, and sealed by your willingness to suffer for your purpose. You don't become your highest self by doing what feels good. You become it by doing what must be done. Every single day, without validation, without applause, without permission. Some people will call you crazy for chasing that future version of yourself. They'll tell you to slow down, to relax, to enjoy life. But that's the language of mediocrity. They've accepted less from themselves, and now they want you to do the same so they don't feel alone in their comfort. You can't listen to that noise. You can't take advice from people who've never built what you're trying to build. The road to your 2026 potential will be lonely, cold, and brutal. You'll question everything, your worth, your path, your strength. But that's where transformation begins. That's where the real shift happens. Not when everything goes right, but when everything goes wrong and you still choose to move forward. There will be days when your mind says, this isn't worth it. Days when your body feels like lead and your willpower feels empty. But in those moments, you have to remind yourself this is the price. This is what it costs to become unstoppable. Every tear, every scar, every failure. It's the tuition for greatness. If you want the future to respect you, then suffer now. Sweat now. Bleed now. Because when 2026 arrives, you'll be standing tall while others crumble under the weight of the comfort they chose. Your potential is not a gift. It's a responsibility. It's not given to you. It's demanded from you. Every single day, the world asks one question: how bad do you want it? And your actions answer that question louder than your words ever could. You say you want to change. Prove it. You say you want to rise. Prove it. You say you want to meet your highest self. Then stop waiting for motivation to show up. Start showing up without it. The gap between where you are and where you want to be isn't time. It's discipline. It's the number of times you choose hard over easy. It's the number of nights you trade comfort for progress. It's the number of moments you decide that your feelings don't matter. Your excuses don't matter. Your past doesn't matter. Only your purpose does. That's how the future is built, one painful, consistent, relentless day at a time. When you look back from 2026, you'll either thank yourself or curse yourself. You'll either meet the person you fought to become or the person you were too scared to face. That's the truth nobody wants to hear. You are building your future right now, brick by brick, decision by decision. And if you don't take control of that process, your comfort will. So stop waiting, stop talking, stop planning. The only thing that counts is action. Because the future doesn't unlock for those who dream. It unlocks for those who do. Every single day, you're either feeding your future or feeding your failure. There is no middle ground. Every choice you make is either bringing you closer to your 2026 potential or dragging you deeper into regret. And that's the truth most people run from. The idea that they are the architects of their own suffering. They'd rather blame circumstances, people, or timing, because it's easier than admitting they're the reason they're stuck. But the person you're becoming doesn't have time for blame. The person you're becoming understands that every second wasted on excuses is another piece of potential lost forever. If you could meet your future self right now, would they thank you or despise you? Would they look you in the eye with pride, or would they look away in disappointment? That answer depends on what you do today, not tomorrow, not next month, not when life feels easy. Today, you have to build yourself into someone who earns respect from their future. Because the version of you living in 2026 isn't built by hopes, it's built by habits. It's not sculpted by words, it's carved by actions that no one sees. People love to say, I'll start when I feel ready. But you'll never feel ready. Readiness is a lie built by fear. Growth doesn't ask for permission. You don't wait to feel confident before you begin. You start, you struggle, you fall, and you rebuild. Again and again until your weakness becomes your weapon. That's how you unlock your potential. Through repetition and suffering. Through facing the mirror when it hurts most. Through doing the work that nobody else wants to do. Your 2026 self is not impressed by your comfort zone. That version of you was born in your darkest hours, not your easiest ones. It's waiting for you in the pain you keep avoiding, in the hard conversations you keep postponing, in the habits you keep breaking. You can't run from those things and expect to meet your best self. Growth is not about being fearless. It's about acting while you're scared, pushing while you're broken, staying disciplined when your mind begs for rest. Every moment you win that battle, you're writing the story of your evolution. You have to learn to live in discomfort. You have to build a relationship with pain so strong that it becomes your ally. Pain is the mirror that shows you who you are when everything is stripped away. It exposes your truth. It humbles you. But it also builds you if you're brave enough to face it. Most people will never know what that feels like because they quit the moment life hits back. They don't understand that the pain they run from is the key that unlocks the door to who they could be. When 2026 comes, you're not going to magically wake up as a different person. You're going to wake up as the sum of your habits, your discipline, and your decisions. If you've been cutting corners, it'll show. If you've been putting in work when no one was watching, that'll show too. The future exposes the truth. Always. That's why you must live like everything you do is preparing you for the biggest test of your life, because it is. There will be moments when you feel invisible, when the grind seems pointless, when your results don't match your effort. But those are the moments that define champions. That's where most people give up. And that's where you must double down. Because the pain that tests you today will serve you tomorrow. Every hard day you survive adds a layer of armor around your mind. Every challenge you face without quitting rewires your identity. You stop being someone who tries. You become someone who does. You are in a constant fight between comfort and greatness. One will win. And every day you cast your vote through your actions. The clock is ticking toward 2026, and it doesn't stop for your fear, your doubt, or your laziness. It only rewards the ones who are still standing when everyone else falls. Be that person. Be the one who endures when others fold. Be the one who turns pain into power. Because when you finally meet your future self, you'll realize something powerful. That version of you was never waiting somewhere far ahead. It was buried inside you all along, waiting for you to wake it up through struggle, through sacrifice, through the relentless pursuit of your best self. When you finally reach 2026, you'll face a mirror that doesn't lie. That reflection will show you every truth you tried to hide. It will show you the days you said, "I'll do it tomorrow." It will show you the nights you quit early, the mornings you hit snooze, the workouts you skipped, the chances you ignored. That reflection will not care about your excuses, your reasons, or your stories. It will only show the truth, who you became when no one was watching. And in that moment, you'll either smile in pride or drown in regret. Because regret is the shadow that follows everyone who chose comfort over commitment. The future doesn't ask for permission. It arrives, whether you're ready or not. And when it comes, you can't go back and rewrite the story. You can't buy back time. You can't talk your way into strength. The grind you avoided becomes the weakness you live with. The discipline you delayed becomes the failure you feel. But if you've been willing to suffer, to push, to show up when everything inside you screamed stop, then that mirror becomes a victory. You'll see someone who earned their peace, their confidence, their respect, because they paid for it in full. Your potential isn't unlocked in the big moments. It's forged in the small ones. It's the way you treat the days that feel meaningless. It's what you do when nobody's texting you, cheering for you, or watching you. It's built in silence. In those moments where quitting would be invisible, but you refuse to let yourself off the hook. That's how warriors are built, not through hype, but through consistency so pure it becomes part of who you are. Every day from now until 2026 is an opportunity, not a guarantee, an opportunity. You can waste it chasing distractions, comparing your progress to others, waiting for motivation to strike. Or you can use it to become someone so focused, so unbreakable, that your future self becomes undeniable. You don't need more time, you need more truth. The truth that no one's coming to save you. The truth that nobody's going to build your dreams for you. The truth that you already have everything you need. You just haven't been willing to suffer enough for it. When life hits you, and it will, remember this, pain is not your enemy, comfort is. Pain builds you, it teaches you, it exposes your limits so you can destroy them. Comfort blinds you. It whispers lies that feel like love. You've done enough. You deserve a break. It's okay to skip today. That's how potential dies. One compromise at a time. You have to kill that voice. You have to silence the weakness that lives inside your head before it steals another year from you. You want to know the real secret to unlocking your 2026 potential? Stop treating your dreams like options. Start treating them like obligations. Make success a requirement, not a possibility. Make discipline your identity. Make growth your only standard. When you wake up tired, move anyway. When you feel defeated, stand anyway. When everything hurts, push anyway. Because one day, those choices will become your freedom. You're not chasing your future self. You're creating them. Every rep, every late night, every disciplined decision is building a version of you that can handle what others can't. That's how you separate yourself from the crowd. Not through talent, not through luck, through consistency that doesn't depend on mood or motivation, through a mindset so strong it turns obstacles into fuel. The clock is ticking. The world isn't slowing down. You can spend the next year talking about your dreams, or you can live them. You can keep waiting for the perfect time, or you can make right now the time. You can choose to be the person who looks back with regret, or the one who stands tall knowing they gave everything. 2026 will not change you. Your discipline will, your pain will. Your decisions will. You have one mission now, to make your future self proud to have your name. When that day comes and you stand face to face with the person you built through sacrifice, you'll understand that every ounce of pain was worth it, because you didn't just unlock your potential. You unleashed it.